So get the functionality or resources based on the demand and pay the amount is called cloud computing. We can very proudly say that artificial intelligence are going to rule the world. Computing device, software or robots that must have thinking power as well as decision making power. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my new session on an overview of emerging technologies. I'm Revati, faculty, Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram, first grade college, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. In my today's session, I'm going to deal with introduction about artificial intelligence as well as introduction about the emerging technologies, and I'm going to deal with artificial intelligence. Along with that, I'm going to deal with why we want to study or learn about artificial intelligence. Along with that, I'm going to deal with the goals of AI. So, AI is nothing but artificial intelligence, and what is the contribution to artificial intelligence? So, dear student, please take a notebook and take a pen to make a point, because this is the new terminology and this is the new subject. So it's better to take a notes and pen, make a point of it. So in my today's session, I'm going to deal with all 5 topics, that is introduction about emerging technologies. Along with that, I'm going to deal with artificial intelligence and why to study artificial intelligence, what are the goals and what are the contribution to artificial intelligence. Now moving on to the introduction. So it is introduction about emerging technologies. So what is emerging technology? So what is the meaning of the word emerging? So here emerging is nothing but the new, and technology is nothing but once again technology. There is nothing but new technology or recent trends in technology or new technology. And what are the new and recent technology we are going to have? That is cyber security. Now tell me why I required cyber security and what is the need and why it is treated as emerging technologies. Because today we are going to live in the digital world, and all the transactions, all the communications are happening only through the digital technology. To protect the digital technology, digital transaction, I required some security mechanism. For that, I'm having cyber security. And the another emerging trend here is artificial intelligence. So what is artificial? There's nothing but man-made. And what is intelligence? There's nothing but cognitive. So it is man-made cognitive, and it includes machine learning as well as deep learning. So the branches of artificial intelligence is nothing but machine learning and deep learning. And if I consider another terminology or another trend, here is big data. So what is big? That is nothing but massive amount of data. To handle, manage massive amount of data, I required some technology. That is the reason I'm having big data, and this is the new trend. And I'm going to have the Internet of Things. So what is Internet of Things? I'm having internet, but what about things? That is nothing but all the kitchen appliance, especially electronic appliances, along with car, doorbell, as well as door lock or window lock. And I want to control all these things with the help of internet, and it is called Internet of Things. In that, we are going to use the Internet of Things in the field of industry, and it is called Industrial Internet of Things. Along with that, we are having cloud computing. So what is cloud computing? It is nothing but the remote server, and I'm going to pay the money and I'm going to demand the storage. So demand the storage, pay the money. Based on the user demand, the server is going to provide the service, and it is called cloud computing. So here cloud is nothing but the remote server or storage, or it's nothing but the asset. And when I want any asset, I'm going to request the asset, and for that I'm going to pay the amount. So get the functionality or resources based on the demand and pay the amount is called cloud computing. And all these five are the recent trend or new technology or new terminology, and it is called emerging technologies. And in the digital world, we require all five emerging technologies to communicate, to share the data effectively. So this is all about introduction part. Moving further, I'm going to have the artificial intelligence. So what is artificial here? That's nothing but man-made. And what about intelligent? There's nothing but cognitive. So man-made cognitive is called artificial, and it is the branch of computer science. Now tell me, is it computer system or computer science? So here computer system is different terminology and computer science is different terminology. And what is this computer science? Here computer science is nothing but the study about computers as well as computing. It includes all the computer theories along with that hardware, software, along with that algorithms. So here computer science is nothing but the study of fields, includes data science, data structure, software engineering, algorithm, system software, data structure, networks, etc. So it is nothing but a field, and it is used to study about all the fields which is related to computers. So here computer science is nothing but the study about computer as well as computing. So an AI is the branch of computer science, and this AI also includes the branches like neural network as well as deep learning as well as machine learning as well as fuzzy logic. So it is a purpose of creating intelligence devices, softwares as well as robotics. I repeat, suppose if I want to create any intelligence software or device or robots which act like human being, then I required artificial intelligence. So, a branch of computer science named artificial intelligence, purpose of creating the computer or creating machines as intelligent as human being. It's the field and it's the subject used to create or used to train the software as well as devices as well as robots to train and to make them act like human being. So it is called man-made cognitive. And artificial intelligence is composed of two words, artificial as well as intelligence. So this topic is divided into two parts. One is artificial and another one is intelligence. So what is artificial? That is nothing but man-made. And what about intelligence? That is nothing but thinking power or cognitive. So it is man-made thinking power. So what is artificial intelligence? That is nothing but man-made thinking power. So AI is nothing but man-made thinking power. Now tell me, who is responsible for designing and developing all the AI devices as well as softwares as well as robots? That is nothing but man. And man is the one who is going to design the artificial device, artificial software as well as robotics. And the best example for artificial intelligence is robotics. And this is the example for fifth generation computer. And if I consider this diagram, now by seeing this image, we can very proudly say that artificial intelligence are going to rule the world. So by seeing this one, I can very proudly tell that the artificial devices or artificial softwares are going to rule the entire world. Now, see, what is this? This is nothing but the supermarket. Okay, now this artificial intelligence is going to play a very important role in supermarket as well as house to control the bulbs or fans. If I want to control cars or if I want to make self-driving car, okay, once again I'm going to use artificial intelligence. So what is artificial intelligence? That is nothing but man-made computing device. That is nothing but all the softwares, all the electronic devices as well as robotics comes under artificial intelligence. So you're going to get the question like, what is artificial intelligence? There's nothing but man-made thinking power. That means we are going to design a software or a device or a robot which mimic or act like human being, that must have thinking power, decision making power, etc. So here we are going to design or we are going to make a system to learn and act like human being, that is called artificial intelligence. Now it is a branch of computer science. When I talk about an artificial intelligence, just remember it is a branch of computer science which allows the developer to create intelligence machine and which must act like human. Okay, which must act like human. At the same time, it must have thinking power like human and it must have capability to take a decision. That is nothing but make a decision. So what is artificial intelligence? It's man-made computing device, software or robots that must have thinking power as well as decision making power. So if I consider this image, who is this person? He is the author or the father of artificial intelligence. The question arises, who is the father of artificial intelligence? That is none other than John McCarthy. So who is the father of an artificial intelligence? That's none other than John McCarthy. Now see the definition. According to the John McCarthy, the artificial intelligence is nothing but the science and engineering. It's going to include two most famous fields like science as well as engineering. There's nothing but it's the collaboration of science as well as engineering to make intelligent machine. It is the collaboration of science as well as engineering to make an intelligent machine, especially intelligent computer programs. So an artificial intelligence is a way of making a computer. Suppose if I want to design and develop my own computer, then I require artificial intelligence. So this is the way of making computer, and we are instructing the computer to learn by itself and act like a human being. We are going to insist the computer system to learn by itself and think by itself and take the decision by itself. For that, we require programs. We are going to write the instruction and we are going to feed all those things in the computer system, and we are going to make the computers as an intelligent machine. So an artificial intelligence is a way of making a computer controlled robot. So artificial intelligence systems are used to make a computer, and computer controlled robots or software. What are the things I need to consider here? I'm going to use artificial intelligence to create computers, to create softwares, to create applications, to create devices as well as robots. And it must have intelligence like human. So if I consider a software that must have intelligence as well as decision making capacity. Similarly, if I consider robot, it must have thinking power as well as it must have decision making power. So who is the father of artificial intelligence? John McCarthy. And what is artificial intelligence? It's nothing but the man-made thinking power or cognitive. Moving further, I'm going to have why artificial intelligence. Now tell me why I required artificial intelligence. What is the need of artificial intelligence? So dear student, suppose if I want to create my own software or devices, I require artificial intelligence. The best example I can able to consider here is Alexa or Siri. These are the example for virtual assistant, and it is going to assist the user in each and every point. So if I want to design virtual assistant which is going to assist like a human being, then I require artificial intelligence. So it is mainly used to create software or device such which can solve real world problem. So what is this real world problem? Okay, fine. Let me to consider simple example here. Think that I want to call my parents. One way, take the cell phone, go to the contact or recent, okay, search the number and make a call. The another easy method here is that I can able to use Alexa or Siri, and I'm going to instruct the Alexa or Siri to make a call. I'm going to instruct the Alexa that call dad or call mom. Then it's going to make a call, and all the AI devices or softwares are mainly used to solve real world problems. So here, if I consider the health issue or marketing issue, or if I want to sort it out all the traffic issues, then I can able to make use of artificial intelligence. Now consider this example. Okay, this is the example for traffic control system. And in the traffic control system, once again, we are going to use artificial intelligence. Now, if I consider these lights, this is the signal lights, and each signal includes camera, and it's going to capture complete information about all the traffics as well as vehicle details. So dear student, to solve real world problem, once again I'm going to use artificial intelligence. And what are the real world problems? That is health issue, marketing or traffic issue, etc. And the another need of artificial intelligence here is, with the help of artificial intelligence, you can able to create personal assistant. Now, consider the example here that we are going to have different online shopping website. For example, say Amazon. And if I want to make a query, I want to call customer care. Otherwise, the another way they're going to provide the virtual assistant, and it's going to give the assistant to the customer like a human being. For example, think that there are n number of users. There are billions of users, and they are going to provide request. If instead of virtual assistant, if they are having customer, that is customer care employees, then it is very difficult for billions of user. They want to hire billions of employer. Now see the problem. It's very difficult to manage all the employees, and it is very difficult to pay the salary. Instead of hiring billions of employees, they can able to make use of virtual assistant like Google Assistant, Siri, Cortana, etc. And the best example here I can able to consider Google Assistant, Siri or Alexa. Think that if I want to play a music, instead of playing manually, I can instruct the Alexa that play a music. Then I can able to hear the music. And all these are happening only because of artificial intelligence. Then with the help of artificial intelligence, you can build robots. So what is robot? Robots are nothing but man-made artificial device, and it's going to act and it's going to work like a human being. Now it's a machine, I agree, it's a machine. Okay, now we want to feed all the data, all the instruction to the robots, and this is the example for robots. And most of the scientific and friction movies, we can able to see the robots. and it's going to act like a human being, and it's going to walk like a human being, and it's going to talk like a human being, and it's going to perform all the works and all the activities like a human being. And to make such kind of device, once again I required artificial intelligence. And to open new path, there's nothing but the new opportunities, I required artificial intelligence. So this is the new path for all the technologies, and all the technologies are interlinked or related each other, and the artificial intelligence plays very important role to establish new paths for all the new technologies, new devices, as well as new opportunities. Moving further, I'm going to have goals of AI. So, what is the goal of AI? It is mainly used to create expert system. So, it is mainly used to create expert system. So, what is this expert system? It is nothing but the interactive and reliable computer-based decision-making system. I repeat, here expert systems are nothing but interactive and reliable computer-based decision-making system, and it is responsible for taking all the complex decision, and it's mainly based on facts and heuristics. The best example for expert system I can able to consider MYSURU. Okay, this is the example for expert system. Now, what is this MYSURU? It's mainly used to identify the type of bacteria which produces acute infection. Okay, it is mainly used to identify the type of bacteria. We are going to have MYSURU expert system. Now, I'm having CADET. Okay, this is the expert system. It is mainly used to identify the cancer at the early stage. So, dear student, even I'm having PXDES. It is mainly used to predicate the degree and type of lung cancer. And all these three are example for expert system. And this is the system which exhibit intelligent behavior, and it is capable to learn, demonstrate, explain, and advise its user. Okay, it is a man-made computer-based decision-making system, and it's going to make a decision. Okay, and the example for expert systems are MYSURU, PXDES, and CADET. These are the example for expert system. To develop this kind of expert system, once again I required artificial intelligence. Now, to implement human intelligence in machines, suppose if I want to make a machine or system to learn, then I required artificial intelligence. So, to implement human intelligence in machines, that is to creating systems that understand. So, system must able to understand the facts, situations, and it must have the thinking capability, it must have the learning capability, and it must act like a human. In the sense, it is capable to take a decision based on the situation on spot. It must have thinking power, it must have learning power. And who is going to do all these activities? That is none other than machine. And who is going to make machine to learn? That is human being. So human being is responsible for instructing and making the machine to learn by itself, think by itself, and take the decision by itself. And for this reason, I required artificial intelligence. So what is the first goal here? That is to create expert system and to implement human intelligence in machines. I required artificial intelligence. And if I consider the expert system, I'm going to have the human expert and we are going to have the knowledge engineer. So we are going to make or we are going to insist the machine to learn, understand, make a decision. That is itself called expert system. And now the machine is going to act like a human. For that, I required artificial intelligence. Moving further, what are the contribution? So the contribution of AI, that is nothing but what contributes to AI. Now tell me how this AI came into picture. It includes all the fields like biology, science, that is nothing but computer science, biology, physiology, linguistic, mathematics, as well as engineering. As the father of an artificial intelligence said that it is nothing but the collaboration of science and engineering to make intelligent machine. I must have the informations like biological information as well as psychological information as well as linguistic information as well as mathematical as well as engineering as well as scientific information I required, because I'm going to make the machine or device or software to learn the things and act like a human being. And these are the contribution towards AI. So the artificial intelligence is a science and technology. So what is artificial intelligence? It's nothing but the science and technology that is based on the discipline such as computer science, biology, psychology, along with linguistics, along with mathematics as well as engineering. And the major thrust of AI is the development of computer. Okay, the major focus of an AI is to develop machines, that is nothing but computers, softwares as well as devices with human intelligence. That means it must have human intelligence such as the machine or the device or the software must have reasoning capacity, learning capacity as well as problem solving capacity. And AI includes the following fields like psychology, physiology, computer science or neural network, biology, maths, sociology. All together we can able to get artificial intelligence. These are the fields which is going to contribute artificial intelligence. So dear student, in my today's session you got information about what is artificial intelligence, who is the father of an artificial intelligence, goal of artificial intelligence, and what contributes to artificial intelligence. But in my next session, I'm going to deal with components of AI, stages of AI, along with that type of AI. So dear student, this AI, it is a complete subject. If you are engineering student, then it is a complete subject and it's like a ocean. And I cannot teach all the things in depth because You are the BA, BCom, BCA student and you want to have only little bit knowledge about artificial intelligence. For that reason, I'm going to deal with components of AI, stages of AI as well as type of AI in my next session. So dear student, I hope in my today's session you got information about artificial intelligence. In my next session, I'm going to deal with artificial intelligence once again, but I'm going to give more information about artificial intelligence. Until then, keep watching and keep learning. Thank you.